哦，咁早發大水啦，你睇下，水一叫起身，浸到碌。哦，你睇啲車啊，浸到。
When heavy rain settles over a region for days, its impact goes far beyond rising water levels. It disrupts routines, tests infrastructure, and quietly reveals how closely everyday life is tied to the weather. Over April 27th and 28th, 2026, that reality has been unfolding across southern and central China, where persistent rainfall has triggered widespread flooding and prompted a coordinated emergency response. Today, we're taking a closer look at what's happening, where the situation is most serious, and how communities and authorities are responding on the ground. The heaviest impacts are concentrated in Guangxi province, particularly in the cities of Guilin, Liuzhou, and Hechi. Over just 2 days, sustained downpours pushed multiple rivers beyond their official warning levels. In Guilin, the Li River, well known for its scenic beauty, has risen rapidly, spilling into surrounding areas. Low-lying neighborhoods are facing significant flooding as urban drainage systems struggle to keep up with the लगातार inflow of rainwater. Further east, parts of Guangdong province, including Huizhou and Dongguan, are dealing with severe urban waterlogging. In these areas, intense storm cells stalled overhead, overwhelming streets, industrial zones, and residential districts. Meanwhile, the situation extends beyond these hotspots. In central China, flood monitoring is underway along the middle reaches of the Yangtze River. Hunan Province's Dongting Lake Basin and Jiangxi's Poyang Lake region are both seeing rising water levels as upstream inflows increase. In Fujian Province, the Min River Basin is also under close watch, with authorities issuing early alerts for smaller tributaries that could quickly overflow. Meteorologists say this is not the result of a single powerful storm, but rather a prolonged weather pattern. A combination of seasonal moisture systems and a shifting atmospheric ridge has effectively trapped rain-bearing clouds over southern China. This has led to continuous rainfall over several days. Unlike flash storms that cause sudden damage, prolonged rainfall creates a slower but equally dangerous buildup. Rivers rise steadily, drainage systems become overwhelmed, and eventually even moderate rainfall can lead to significant flooding. As of April 28th, at least 8 major rivers remain above warning thresholds, with some exceeding safe levels by more than 2 meters. Behind these numbers are real people facing sudden disruption. Thousands of residents in flood-prone areas have been relocated to temporary shelters, including schools and community centers. Emergency teams are working around the clock to clear blocked roads, pump water out of underground spaces, and maintain access to critical services like hospitals and power facilities. In Guilin, residents have been helping each other move belongings to higher floors as water levels rise. In Liuzhou, volunteers have organized informal supply networks, ensuring that elderly residents and vulnerable families receive food and essentials despite flooded streets. These quiet acts of cooperation often go unnoticed, but they are essential. They show how communities come together during difficult moments, supporting one another with resilience and care. On the government side, China's Ministry of Emergency Management has activated regional response protocols. Additional rescue teams, mobile pumping units, and emergency communication systems have been deployed to the hardest-hit areas. Meteorological agencies are issuing frequent updates, sometimes hourly, to keep residents informed of changing conditions. Local governments have also opened public hotlines, allowing people to report emergencies such as stranded vehicles, power outages, or urgent medical needs. Authorities are urging caution. Even as water levels begin to stabilize in some regions, risks remain. Flash floods can still occur, especially in mountainous areas, and returning to flooded buildings before safety inspections are completed can be dangerous. For those watching from afar, events like these can feel distant, but flooding is a shared global challenge. What's happening in China highlights the importance of preparation, early warning systems, well-maintained drainage infrastructure, and clear, reliable communication during emergencies. It also reminds us that disaster response isn't just about systems and equipment, it's about people. Families adapting quickly, workers staying on duty in difficult conditions, and neighbors checking in on each other when it matters most. As the situation continues to develop, the focus remains on safety, coordination, and recovery. To stay informed, it's best to rely on verified sources, including official meteorological updates and emergency management channels. In moments like these, accurate information can make a real difference. And finally, it's worth acknowledging the efforts of those on the ground, the rescue teams, volunteers, and everyday residents working together to navigate these challenges. Because when the water rises, resilience isn't just measured in infrastructure, it's measured in how people show up for one another. If you found this update helpful, consider sharing it with others who may be looking for clear, reliable information. And if you've experienced flooding in your own community, feel free to share your perspective. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll continue to keep you updated.
给大家看一下这个水有多深。